If you're struggling to break your addiction to nasal ingestion of you-know-what, and you're attending CA or NA or one of the 12-step fellowships, and you're struggling, then this video could be for you. Let me explain. You see, firstly, let me say this. I'm all for AA. I'm all for titration to get off alcohol addiction. You see, the very definition of alcoholism is somebody who has a dependency to alcohol. And once you become an alcoholic and you become dependent to alcohol, your body requires alcohol to function. If you don't provide alcohol to function, they will get the shakes, they will get the tremors, they will get the convulsions, or worse still. Alcohol works on your GABA. Alcohol is a sedative. It requires titration, lowering of the dose gradually before you come off. But that's not my specialist subject, and that's not why I asked you if you're struggling with. You see, if you're struggling with nasal ingestion of you-know-what, and you're attending one of those fellowships or 12 steps, you're using the exact same problem as an alcoholic. Let me explain. The book for CA, NA, or the fellowship, obviously this is not the book, I'm just using it as a demonstration. If you take the cover off the book you will have will be AA. In other words, it's the exact same book. That's right. Now, why does that matter? Why does it matter? Because it's just an addiction. Well, let me tell you. Nasal ingestion of you-know-what is a psychological hijacker. Let's take alcohol. If you don't have a drink, if you don't have a line for a day or 2 days or a week, you don't get the convulsions, you don't get the shakes, or worse still. But if you're an alcoholic, your body becomes physically dependent. When you have an addiction to nasal ingestion, you know what? There is not a physical dependency. There is a psychological dependency. It is totally different. It shuts down your prefrontal cortex, shrinks it. So your impulsivity, you become more impulsive. It reduces the receptors where you produce dopamine, so you don't have the transmitter chemical to tell you something feels good. It requires a completely different set of psychological tools. If your problem is nasal ingestion of you-know-what, applying the principles for alcohol, well, you've already seen, it doesn't work. What's that?